What's happening, guys? Welcome to Picks and Parlays. My name's Allie Burns. This is my little show called Morning Wood. Today we're talking Morning Wood in the Mountain West. Coming off a losing day, and I'm not happy about it. Yesterday was not my best work ever. I was 1-5. I hate that. They were close. Some of them were really close, but you know what? It's the name of the game, right? You win some and you lose some. And yesterday I lost some. So I'm going to go back to my roots. If you guys remember, I do statistics in the Mountain West. Today's a Mountain West day. And I've been messing with this back-to-back game thing that has been going on. I've been pretty successful with it. Yesterday was not one of those days where I back-to-backed. So here we go. We're going to get right back on the horse, aren't we? If you're here, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and drop a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know who you like today. If you have any questions, I might be able to answer them on other games that I'm not talking about. But we're going to talk Utah State at New Mexico. It's actually Utah State at Lubbock Christian University because New Mexico's not playing at home. That's their new home right now because of coronavirus. And we're going to talk Air Force at Boise. Okay, so Utah State at New Mexico. That's where we're going to start. So a couple days ago when I did these two games, I was 2-0-1 on them. So let's see if we can't make it a 3-0. Just a clean 3-0, you know. Is it too much to ask, handicapping gods? All right, so Utah State, New Mexico. If you remember, I said the Utah State's name of their game is to foul less and rebound more, right? That's pretty much how they roll. And that's exactly what they did in game one against New Mexico. They fouled 12, New Mexico 17. They rebounded 41, New Mexico 29. And if you watch the game, New Mexico just had a real hard time getting shots off. Utah State's defense is pretty good. But one thing that did... Everything's okay. I just lost yesterday, Dustin. Here, let me put you in here so everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm usually upbeat. I know. I'm sorry. I don't like losing. Nobody does, right? Okay, so that's pretty much what went down. But one thing that happened that was out of character for Utah State was Brock Miller and Justin Bean did not have great games, and they usually do. Brock is their three-point shooter, and he was only 1 of 5 from field goal range. Justin Bean had 1 rebound, 2 for 5 field goals, 0-0 for threes. He's not a huge three-point shooter, so we won't hold that against him. But still, the name of this game was, and I always say his name wrong, which is ridiculous because I see him play in front of me, but Keita is what I call him. He's the 7-footer from Portugal. He had, I think, 4 blocks in the first half of the game. He made 9 out of 10 shots, 18 points. Sorry, he had 3 blocks, 10 blocks throughout the entire game for the team. So what that means to me is that Brock and Bean are going to show up, right? They had a rough time in this game. They are going to show up. And so the line on this is Utah State minus 15.5. The number is 137.5. That's what it was in their last game also. I'm going to take it under the 137 again. If you remember in the first video, when I looked at it, I was like, y'all, this is too many points, okay? And now to even back that up, Utah State in their second games score less. So when they played twice against SJSU, it was 169, second game 137. Air Force was 126, second game 125. So they do tend to bring the total down in their second games. New Mexico, on the other hand, their totals do go up in the second game. But when in these situations, I go with the stronger team and what they're doing because they're more controlling what's going on the court for me. So I think it stays under. And again, Utah State, they just don't let you score that many points. That's what their deal is. They're just not letting you score. So I'm going to go with the 137.5. Their last game came in at 122. Even with Brock and Bean showing up, I think it all stays down. And I'm going to lay 15.5 with Utah State. They beat them in the last one by 32. They tend to like regress a little bit in the second game. Wait, let me look. Yeah, 45-33, 40-19. But New Mexico's big problem right now, they've got a couple big problems, all right? They're a younger team, and they've got no point guard is really what's going on. They don't have an official point guard. They're lacking leadership, and they're also not playing at home. Like I said, they're in Lubbock, playing at Lubbock Christian University. I just feel like they're in disarray. You know, that's kind of the vibe that I get off of New Mexico. They had a hard time keeping up. They lost by 32 points. So that is my first. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Also, Utah State, I think this is their 7th win in a row. I have it somewhere. Yeah, they're on a 7-game winning streak. And in the Mountain West right now, like Utah State, Nevada, Boise, like these SDSU, these are the bigger ones, you know, and they are kind of like all right there with each other. I don't think anyone's slowing down anytime soon. And something to remember with Utah State and a lot of the Utah schools is that they have the LDS kids there, right? Like the Mormon kids who go on a 2-year mission and come back. So a lot of times they're older. Like Brock Miller's 23. He's married. I think he's got some kids happening already. You know, like he's an adult. He's thinking of the NBA. So he's not trying to like drop anything. These teams are in conference. They play each other. They don't like each other. So Utah State's not going to like wishy-wash its way through it and let New Mexico get one. New Mexico's going to have to earn it. I just don't think they can. All right. So official pick, I'm laying 15.5 with Utah State. I'm going to take it under again, the 137 and a half. Thank you, Dustin. I will get back on track. It's just how it works. It's the nature of the beast. Okay, so then the other one we're going to talk about is Air Force at Boise State. Now, I've been really high on Boise State. I laid 19 with them in their last game with Air Force, and I pushed it. I pushed it real good. And here's the thing. Uh-oh, I'm hitting buttons on accident. Hold on. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, so here's the thing. Air Force gets better in their second games, all right? First game against Nevada, lost by 17. Second game, they win it by 2. First game against Utah State, lost by 35. Second game, lost by 19. Big difference there. I think, right, because we got to think about why does this happen? You're Air Force, you're a service academy, you know, like what do? You plan how your troops are like going to go into war. Well, now you've played them and now you re-strategize and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it this time. And so I think that might attest to why they are better the second time around. Boise, what's going on? Like, as I'm watching the game last night, I text Kurt Alexander, one of the other handicappers at Picks and Parlays, and I'm like, bro, something is up in Boise right now because they're coming off that, 1-point win at SJSU. So I'm thinking now they're going to roll into Air Force and wreck some shop. They were only up by 7 at the half. That's not very Boise of you. Usually you're up by 25, by 24, by 10. I mean, it just was not a very Boise experience for me. Now, they came back in the second. They outscored them 38-28. And like I said, pushed that game. How does that math work out? That shouldn't be right. Yeah, no. All right, I might have to do extra math on that. Anyway, we pushed the game. It was 19. I think Air Force improves in the second games. Their defense goes up and their numbers come down. I really kind of like Air Force first half plus 10.5 points here. The first half total was 62.5. I kind of like it over, to tell you the truth. But for the full game, it's Boise minus 18.5. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. Am I crazy if I say that I think Air Force can win this? I don't know. I just feel like something is weird in Boise right now. They're not Boiseing up. Well, I'm definitely going to take Air Force plus 18.5. I think that's the play here. And I also like it to go over 133.5. Because 3 out of their 4, they've, between the two of them, they've each played 2 game 2s. So out of those 4 game 2s, 3 out of 4 of those have gone over 133.5 or have gone over their last scoring game, or like from game 1 to game 2, it was a higher score. So this is 137 is what they got yesterday or day before. I'm going to go over on this. And I'm going to take the points with Air Force. And I kind of even like Air Force first half. I really do. I got to be honest here. If I did a 7-point teaser, take the first 2, and what would I take out of these you're talking about now? Oh, Dustin. I really like Air Force. I mean, I think it's because I like Boise so much and I've been such a kind of a fan of them throughout this season that it's hard for me to go that way because I know what they're capable of. I just don't feel like they're doing it right now. I would like to think that the coach has some big talk with them after the SJSU game and he's like, hey, you guys get your crap together. And I guess they did. I mean, they pushed the 19 points, but the first half was abysmal, and Air Force getting better in the second game. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Yeah, take Air Force and the points. Do that. Plus 18.5 points. And then I don't exactly know how teasers work. Because I get that you're getting points, but if you're laying them, do you then have to lay less points? I would guess that'd be the deal, right? So, I mean, Utah State and Air Force, those are the points are really my better plays, I guess. I know. He says, Daniel says, Boise State was 18.5. You got it a little late or you would have won. Yes, I know. It happens. It happens. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. Yeah, and the thing with Boise too was it was really their bench that showed up for them. The bench had 27 points. They even said it at the end of the game, like, wow, they would have never done that without the bench. So then is the coach talking to Boise and he's like, the bench just showed up. You starters need to get it together. I wonder, is he going to rearrange the starters so some of those bench guys can come on and start out the game? Excellent, Daniel. Daniel cashed on Boise. So Boise up. Sorry. I'm scattered right now because I really care if you guys win or lose your picks. I really do care. So I don't want to be a loser because I'm not a very good loser. Okay. Final answers. I'm going to take Air Force plus 18.5. I might even in-game that and see if I can get a better number. I'm going to take Utah State minus the 15.5. I'm going to take Utah State under 137.5. Scared of this game because I feel like Boise didn't even play their best game. And that's what I'm saying. But this is the second game in a row that they haven't played their best game. Like this, that's what I'm wondering. Something's up in Boise. Like, what's going on? Is there something in the water? Did someone's friend get coronavirus? I don't know. I really do care. I don't know. So that's what makes me think that I'm going to fade them. This is the first time I've faded them all season. That's probably like why you get this nervous energy out of me too. Yeah, you can't win every day, man. Wouldn't it be cool if we could, though? Wouldn't that just be bitching if we could win every day? And it's funny because I still, I know it's not possible, but in my head, I believe I can, right? I totally believe I can because I'm crazy. Okay. And then the last one was, where's my stuff? Over 133.5 in Boise. That's where I'm going. So over Boise, plus 18.5 Air Force, under Utah State, minus 15.5 Utah State. That's what I'm doing. And I hope it all works out for us really, really well. All right, guys, that is it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and keep dropping comments in the comment box. It helps other people when they come back and watch the video later and you guys say, well, I like this and I like that. They scroll through comments, so it helps them along also. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the same dang thing. You took the other side of Utah State, but you took Air Force. Good luck. All right. Excellent. Good luck to you, man. Hey, we'll see what happens. You know, they still got to play the game. All right, guys. Follow me on Twitter at @plusmoneyhoney, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Morning Wood. Bye.